Let me turn this phone down, make sure it's on silencio. I'm about to just look right into y'all eyes right here to the viewers so y'all can have this. I can picture us running in the rain after a movie and we spark a flame. Man.
Ready, man?
Yeah, man. What's going on?
So who is I don't even know who is AP the artist? Skinny Hendrix. Who is AP, man?
All right. This is gonna be the first time it's ever been really broken down for people to actually know. AP is an abbreviation of Apollo, which is the god of music and poetry, which is what I was aiming for. This is, if you gonna go, then go. You know what I'm saying? So my stage name was Apollo when I was younger. People was always calling me AP for short. And I did a little bit more research on Apollo, and I found out there was like some things I didn't really like about him for real. But everybody always called me AP for short anyway, and a lot of people don't even know where it came from anyway. So I was just like, fuck it, you know what I mean? Like whatever. Can I cuss?
Yeah, you good.
All right, yeah.
What the fuck
So
you wanna say?
right, so I was just like, fuck it, it's AP or whatever. And then I moved to Florida. And when I moved to Florida, I had this Jimi Hendrix shirt on, and I had like a little afro because I was gonna get dreads, right? Cause everybody in Florida had these dreads, and I'm like, man, I want these fucking dreads. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. So, but I was start growing my hair out, and I took this picture with my fist up like this, and with my Jimi Hendrix shirt, and I captioned it Skinny Hendrix, and it just kind of came, and like Skinner became like a nickname of Skinny Hendrix, so I didn't have to say Skinny Hendrix every time. Just call me Skinner.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. But AP really is actually like the singer. You know what I mean? So like the AP is gonna be the one that's gonna wine and dine the ladies. You know what I mean? And he'll still give you some bars vocally. You know what I mean? But then Skinner is like the whatever happens. You know what I'm saying? Skinner might rap melodically. Skinner might do. With Skinner is just like, yo, if you stand in front of Skinner, you're going to know that you're standing in front of Skinner. Right now, you're in front of Skinner.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, straight up. Great Lakes.
Okay. What's wrong? You brought it up. Your style of music, man. Like at any given time, and this is the truth, not just because you're the homie and you family. You know what I'm saying? Like any given time, you can be the best singer or rapper in the room. You know what I'm saying? So like, what influenced your style? You know what I'm saying? Like, what comes first? Is it singing first? Is it rapping first? Like, what influences?
I've been a singer at heart, like forever. I always liked to rap because, like, to keep it all the way funky with you, as far as my knowledge, I got like 4 white people in my family. That's my mom, my uncle, and my 2 sisters. I'm the only white people in my family. Everybody else in my family is black. So as I was coming up, I'm listening to Bone. I'm listening to even KRS-One. I'm listening to everything is rap. You know what I mean? Like everything was rap because I was born in '89. So all of that was 90s and up. Rap was on an extreme come up at that time, and there was a lot of people bringing a whole lot of different stuff to the game, and my cousins and my aunties and uncles, they was all over all of it. So that's what gave me the like or the love for rap. But I was always a singer because my dad was a singer, so I was a singer first, but the love for rap was always there, like always. I ain't started rapping really till I was like 16, 17 maybe.
Okay.
I ain't really I had wrote stuff. My father used to find stuff that I wrote like in a notebook, you know what I mean? Like he'd just be looking because I'd be writing like singing songs, right? But then like in the middle of all of these singing songs, it would be this Tupac in the middle of this, but like Thug Life Tupac, not like you know what I'm saying? Not Brenda's Got a Baby, like, you know what I'm saying? It was like no. It was hit 'em up, right. I had a song when I was like 12 years old called Fucking Nigga, right? My mom's white, like I just said. So my dad walked up to me with this song, right? this notebook in his hand. He like, oh, so you a nigga now? and it's fucking nigga, huh? And I was just like, and that just like kind of like scared me off of rap because my dad is just like a dangerous guy on the low. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't know, but that just kind of scared me off of rap. So I'm like, I'm just gonna sing. And then one of the homies, I used to always freestyle with him. You know what I mean? And I'd just be freestyling, and he asked me to rap because he knew how much I loved to rap, but I wasn't as good as anybody yet. And he was like, I want you to rap on this song. And I'm like, for real? He like, yeah. I'm like, all right, bet. So that's like where it kind of shifted into, all right, well, instead of only writing these singing songs, I'm gonna start writing rap songs too. So that's kind of where it just, I don't know, but I take from everything, like everything I hear. I was gonna say except country, but I do take from country because there is not a better story song that you're gonna hear than from a country song, in my opinion. You know what I mean? You got your Nas's, you know what I mean? You got your Kendricks, you got your Coles. People, you got a lot of people that could tell a story. These motherfuckers got stories for days. They got one song about 3 hours that happened out of one day. You know what I'm saying? But that's 3 minutes of something that might make them go platinum and shit. You know what I mean? Because it's a good story. People like it. So that's the only thing that I really take from country is like the storytelling. That's it. Because it's real descriptive.
Okay, now I know you said that you came up in the 90s, so I know a lot of us consider that to be like a golden age of music.
Yes.
So do you have anybody from that period that you can say is like a favorite of yours?
From the 90s?
Yeah. Even though you were still younger then, but for us, that's the golden age of music.
I'ma say well, see, y'all gonna consider some of these people 80s still.
Okay.
But as far as when I was hip to them, this was 90s music. All right. Big, Hove, Reasonable Doubt. I had no idea what I was listening to. Like I had no idea. M came out in the 90s. Shit, who it was, man? Pac. My sisters is 10 years older than me. They was listening to like Erykah Badu. They was listening to who was they listening to? Mary J. Blige. Which I'm about to fuck the game up real quick. I'm about to put an intermission in this shit real quick and fuck the whole game up. Cause I don't give a fuck what nobody's opinion is on this situation. Mary J. Blige has great music, but that woman can't sing.
We talked about that last week on the podcast.
That woman can't sing. She can't sing. She can sing as good as she can dance. Believe. All right, but we can get back to it. But
I'm keeping that in there.
I love you, Mary. I'm sorry. But shit, who else? LL Cool J. I had a LL Cool J's Greatest Hits. That was the first CD I ever got. The first CD I ever got was LL Cool J's Greatest Hits. Got it from my sister. I learned every song on there too. Every single one. Bone was like one of the biggest things that was being played. That shit was everywhere. White people, black people, Puerto Rican people, everybody, everywhere you went, everybody knew about Bone. Bone was somebody's cousin. You know what I'm saying? And that's what drew a lot of attention to that. But my dad used to listen to Devin the Dude. I don't know. It was kind of like it's kind of a little bit of everybody in the 90s for real.
All right. So how? I don't know which way to go on this one yet. Where I want to go first? Forget it. I'm gonna go. I know where I want to go.
Here we go.
We both met. You know, doing our stages with I Am 216. You know
Correct.
What I'm saying? We met at I Am 216 Unplugged, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
At the live show down at Take 5. But
yep.
How was we still got love. You know, we talked the other day. Me and you both, I Am 216. I don't know if I want to ask about stories, not necessarily stories you can incriminate, you know what I mean?
Ain't nobody go.
How was your time with I Am 216, man? I Am 216 Radio.
My time with I Am 216 Radio was my time with I Am 216 as a whole. Everything was an extremely positive and learning experience because this was a lane that I had never stepped into, but I'm used to being in front of a mic. So it's not hard for me to talk or whatever, but as y'all can see. but yeah, like it was a good time. It was a learning experience. It taught me more about people than any other situation that I've ever been a part of. It was some rough times. Like it was some times where I was just going through things outside of that, that when certain things would happen while we were on air or off air, it would cause me to come at those things differently. You know what I mean? So that was a little different. And it was trying at times, but there's nothing that you're going to build from the ground up that's not going to be trying. So I still look back. That's why I can call it a learning experience. You know what I mean? Shit. Some of them nights was crazy nights. Like some of them Fuck Your Friday shows. Back in the beginning when it was just the Chuck the World show. Fuck, man. Like when it was that nigga was just off the chain. Like, and Chuck grew a lot too for real though, because the thing is about Chuck is like when I first met Chuck, he is absolutely going to piss you off. Absolutely. Now, if you come back next week and realize you gonna sit in the back of the room and whoever's sitting up in front of that mic, he pissing them off too, then it's gonna be like, all right, well, I'm not the only person that feel like that. But then once you realize this is just how Chuck is, you stop getting as pissed off once you realize some of the shit that he be talking about or the way he delivers the shit. And that's one of the things, like I said, taught me about people, because I'm like, who's this nigga talking to? Like, or what made this nigga think that shit was okay to say right now? I'm just thinking this in my head, like, what made this nigga? But then it's just, then you think about Howard Stern and the shit that goes on his show. You know what I mean? You think about Charlemagne. Ain't censoring nothing. For real. And even Charlemagne done grown up from where he started at. You know what I mean? But that nigga Chuck, man. He's a soul. He is that man is his own soul, bro. For real. For real though. But I Am 216 though. I'ma always have love for I Am 216 because they kind of put me through training without intending on it. So yeah, I fuck with them.
As far as hosting, man, how did you get into hosting? How was your whole hosting experience? I know you still do you still do hosting, but how, B-side, stuff like that, how'd you get into that, man? You
want the real story or you want the interview story?
The real story.
All right.
The Skinner story, the Skinner Hendrix story. I don't want the AP story.
Skinner's here. What happened was Watts was hosting.
Shout out to BKA Watts.
Yeah, shout out to BKA Watts for sure. That's my brother. Like, that's one of the niggas that I took from early on in my rapping. Is like, man, he puts words together like this. I can put words together like that. Like, me and Watts go way back. But Watts couldn't make it to a I Am 216 Unplugged one night. And he asked me if I could host. And I'm like, nigga, I just sing, bro. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know shit about hosting, man. He like, bro, it's easy. He like, all you got to do is get a list of people that you know is singing, okay? And you can tell them that come and see me if you want to get on this list, whatever, right? He was like, so just make you a list or whatever. He was like, and then all you really got to be is you. He like, just go up there and just talk to the people. He was like, it's not like you're not used to talking to people, so just go talk to the people and just, do your thing. And in the middle of some of that shit, call some people up. And he was like, and then when you call somebody up, he was like, say if you want to do a song, you're the host, so you can say, rock this tune and I'm about to, do this song real quick, and then you can call more people up and whatever. So he gave me like that little blueprint over the phone, mind you. Like probably about an hour before I'm supposed to be going to host this shit. He gives me this little blueprint and I'm just like, all right. I'm like, man, this nigga's paying. He like, I don't know. Go ask him. And he like, I don't know. Go ask him. I'm like, all right, fuck it. And I made $25 my first hosting gig, and I was happy as fuck with that shit. I was happy. And then my next hosting gig was B-side. And guess who handed it to me? Watts. Watts was getting ready to leave. Watts was getting ready to leave because he had bigger and better shit to do and less bullshit to deal with. Gonna let that marinate. Neck bone juice. Country Wayne. Shout out to Country Wayne. No, but he basically handed that shit off to me, and I looked at that as a networking thing, because I'm like, this has just been around longer. A lot more people know about this, so I'm about to use this to meet the people that I need to put me in positions. I used it as a scheme for real. Once I got into it, but then once I started meeting the people who that I quote unquote was gonna use in this scheme, everybody was just like good people, man. It's like, I'm not about to use you, but we can use each other though. Pause. Like we can whatever I can do to help you get further along, or whatever you can do to help me get further along, as long as we both are willing and not willing to step on each other in the process, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like let's progress, whatever. So then the bullshit came, which is just a way longer story that I'm not even about to get into. But there was just things that I didn't vibe with as far as that situation, and I've been out of that situation for a minute. And as of late, what I've been doing is Nebula Reloaded. So Nebula Reloaded is actually probably one of the most organized and it's been one of the best situations that I've been a part of. You know what I mean? Talent-wise, organization, location. You know what I mean? And that's not because we had Unplugged at Take 5 too. You know what I mean? But it was just who there was that was brought together. It was more of a production, and everybody in the whole shit got paid. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be saying that, but everybody in the whole shit, it was that organized, and I love that shit. So, but hosting has been a great thing for me. I love it.
All right, so here around the city, what do you think is kind of some of the things that's missing around here? Like maybe nightlife wise, or like in that entertainment field. Our downtown got, it's coming up in some ways again now in the Flats area, things like that. The West Sits area, things like that. But what do you see here that maybe that you see in other places when you visit or something like that could maybe work out cool here?
Our city just isn't nice to people. That's just, we all know that. Like that's we got everything that there could be. But the thing is like when you think of something good that's like, yo, this would be dope, then you also think of all of the cons. Damn, these niggas gonna be like this when they get in here. You know what I'm saying? If drink prices is this low, niggas getting fried. We think, you know what I'm saying? You immediately start thinking about all of the bad shit because of where we live at. So I feel like as far as them fixing up the flats and shit like that, that's dope. I feel like if they really actually are, which I don't think so anymore. If they was gonna remodel the queue, you know what I mean? And they probably not gonna do that no more though, bro. For real. But we'll see. But like stuff like that, to where you making our city look nicer, that's gonna bring people from outside. But if we still have the reputation of, I went to Cleveland and everybody in that bitch got a problem, they all got a chip on their shoulder or something, that's not gonna, you know what I mean? And we all treat each other like that most of the time. Like, you know what I mean? We don't treat each other like that because we've been knowing each other for how long? But if where I met you at, if I had a bad experience that night, I don't fuck with you now, bro. That's just how that goes. Like, that's just how that goes. So if I don't fuck with you now I'm stopping us from getting money. Not just you, but me too. You know what I mean? So, like, I feel like if we were just a little bit nicer, you know what I mean? If we was just a little bit nicer, a little bit more open to what other people would call competition. You know what I mean? Yo, niggas mean mugging this nigga because he got the same shoes on as him, or something. You know what I mean? Or mean mugging this nigga because he's standing next to his girl at the bar when he probably should have been at the bar buying the drinks, but his girl at the bar buying the drinks, and this nigga that got the same shoes on him as him standing at the bar next to her. Like, y'all motherfuckers find the stupidest reasons to just get mad for no reason. Like, it's just. So I feel like we have everything that we need besides the mindset.
All right. We just had a couple more questions, man.
Okay. I'll keep it short for y'all.
Oh, you cool. Tell me about, should I use your government?
That's fine.
Tell me about Matt McKenzie. Tell me about you, man. Tell me about where you come from. You know what I'm saying? I know you said you brought up, you know. I got, as far as who grew up in my house, I have my 2 older sisters. I have my little brother. And then there's me. My older sisters are 9 and 10 years older than me. My little brother is 3 years younger than me. My mom is white. She's 6 feet tall. My dad is black. He 5'7". All right. My dad is a Marine. That nigga ain't take no shit. I'm talking about my father was the only person on the whole street that literally would stand on the fucking front porch and yell our names. Didn't matter where on the street we was. Our street is like a half a mile long. We would hear that man and we coming home. You know what I'm saying? Like, my dad was just like a, you know what I mean? He would have fun, but if it wasn't no time to have fun, get with the fucking program. My mom, lovable, most genuinely lovable person I know personally. That's not a biased, that's just me knowing people. My sisters, they're white. They're actually pretty black. You know what I'm saying? When they talk, they don't sound like they black. Mentality though, up here, yeah, it's just a couple niggas. I had like a break. All right, my growing up, I had my father would make us learn music, like on a record player. Like, first song that he made me learn was "Lady of My Life" by Michael Jackson on the Thriller album that he put on the record player. And he said, "When you done, put this needle back at the beginning, start this shit over, and keep on learning this shit until you can sing it." I'm like, all right. I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how me and my brother grew up. Was just like, my sisters didn't show no type of talent like that. My father saw that talent. It was like, up, game time. We about to make, you know what I'm saying, some money. And they gonna be real good at this shit. It wasn't even just about the money. It was just, I know y'all can be good at this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's where my music started, was me, my father, and my brother would sing in 3-part harmony. And I would have to learn songs. And then he told me, he was like, go try to write a song. And I went and tried to write a song. And I brought it back to him. And he was like, this is actually not that bad. Like, you wrote it right. You wrote it like a song, not like you're 10 years old. You know what I mean? So that he kind of like, my father is what I attribute all of my musical talent to. Because if it wasn't for the work that man forced me through, for real, and I'm talking about, me and that nigga used to like be yelling at you, man, there's not a man in this room that could tell me that their son can yell at them and they don't get mad at that shit. Mad enough to punch a goddamn hole through their ass. You know what I'm saying? So like, my father was very rough, but he was also patient enough at times when he needed to be patient enough to get the point across to make me what I am now. So, you know what I mean? But Matthew's just a guy. Shit, I got a girl. I got 2 kids. You know, I'm just out here working until I don't gotta work no more. You dig? So. All right. So I don't know if you have a more unique perspective, given your background and upbringing on this topic, man. But we talk about it, talked about it in other interviews. I just want to use this to always touch on that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So but anyway, this whole climate with in the inner cities with the killing, you know what I mean? Us killing one another, brutality, police brutality, you know what I mean? What are your views on that, especially in regards to our killing of one another? You understand what I'm saying? And how it affects the whole movement. You understand what I'm saying?
I definitely feel like, see, if things were to get separated into a people, black people being a people, white people being a people, I would have to have my own people. I wouldn't be able to be with y'all on a thing. You know what I mean? And in terms of black people killing each other, I feel like unless somebody is threatening your life or your family's life, I feel like it probably don't gotta go there. I feel like niggas can't take punches. I feel like niggas get snuck in the club. You know what I'm saying? And they see that, you know what I'm saying? You know, you ever been hit? I don't know, this may not have happened. I've been, you know what I'm saying? I done took a L or two, you know what I'm saying? But I done been snuck, nigga, and got hit. And I can see the light, like when that bitch connect, and it's just like, yank, like, you know what I'm saying? You can see light, like that mean your eyeball moved, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but niggas can't take that. I can take that though, cause I've been hit harder than that. You know what I mean? Like I've conditioned to that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've given hits like that too. But motherfuckers can't take shit like that. So it's just like, you just made this happen and I don't know what the fuck this means, so I'm about to bust you. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, first of all, why do you have a gun? Why do you have a gun? Because if you have a gun for protection, but don't use it for protection, then what do you have a gun for? Because clearly, when you got punched in your fucking eye, that gun wasn't protecting you. That gun wasn't protecting you. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's in like I don't look at it in terms of black people killing black people or white people killing white people, or I look at it as in people killing people because of the fact that I am a mixed race. I have Native American, African, I have Native American, African, Irish, and German that makes up my blood. You know what I mean? So all of these people, I have never heard a black man argue with no German because he was German. I have never heard a German argue with a black man because he was a black man. I've never heard that. You know what I mean? I've never heard, you know what I mean? Any of them situations, any combination that you can put together, I don't see that. All I generally see is white versus black. And my mother loves black people, as you can see. My mother loves black people. My sister is married to a black man with a mixed child. My other sister was married to a black man with a mixed child. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, I don't look at it like that. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's fortunately or unfortunately, I haven't been able to see a full side of this, because all of the information that I see as far as the history of it and what it's turned into, all of the information that I see, I take it in because this is still part of me too. You know what I mean? But I'm also able to see the other side of it, whereas your household, you might not be able to see the other side of that. And I can see the other side of that. I've always been able to see because I've been right in smack dab in the middle of that shit. So I look at it as, first of all, black versus white is not authority to me. That's not authority to me. If this man can walk out of this black man can walk out of this factory and this white man walking out of this office building and they walking on the same street, there is no authority here. Y'all are equals on this street, my G. You know what I'm saying? On this street, when it comes to legal things or whatever, when the rabbit hole goes deeper, it might get worse for one side than the other. But on this street, while y'all walking down this street and y'all just came out of y'all own separate buildings or whatever, y'all are equal. You know what I mean? Y'all can bump into each other. Y'all can be the same height, same weight. You know what I mean? Whatever. Same build, everything. Y'all fucking equal for real. You know what I mean? So when it comes to that, ain't nobody above nobody. But police, though, they got that badge, man. That badge, and I have yet to see somebody take that badge off when somebody be like, take your badge off. Take that badge off. Mm-hmm. Go off duty for 10 minutes. See what happens. I have yet to see somebody do that shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I've been there for it live, and I've seen it on videos. Never seen nobody ever take that badge off, because y'all not about that life, which means you actually are abusing authority. So police brutality, I don't fuck with that. As far as people killing each other, I don't fuck with that. Y'all got to use y'all minds. Y'all got to take a second and breathe and think, man, before y'all do something. And if y'all and if motherfuckers is out here under the influence and being drunk and shit like that, or being high or whatever the fuck you got going on, I drink, I smoke, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If I had a pistol, I'm just not the type of person to use it unless I need to use that bitch. You know what I mean? Y'all got to have the straps on me before I'm pulling mine. That's just how it's going. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Like when it comes to these people, man, y'all just impatient and y'all impulsive, and that shit turns into death and then death. One person dies, the other person gets a life sentence. Y'all both get death. Fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Think about that shit first. I don't get it.